It's the Eagle Community Television Forum with your host, Gary Shorman.
Hi everyone, and welcome to this edition of the ECTV Community Forum. The Eagle Community Forum is brought to you by Hayes Med and by Eagle Communication. We have a unique program today and a unique guest at that, and she is from Ellis, and her name is Vera Haver. And Vera, you started something from scratch over in Ellis about 7 years ago, and we were talking about it before the program. It's really unique in the sense of how you got started. But tell us, why did you start the thrift store in Ellis? How'd that happen?
Well, a little over 7 years ago, I was involved, very deeply involved, and we were involved with the Ellis Main Street program. And while in doing that, I saw a real need. There were a lot of nonprofits in town that had really great ideas and great vision, but very little funds to be able to make their dreams come true. And the concept of starting a thrift shop just in a small town like Ellis came about, and to be able to use the funds from that shop to support the nonprofits in the community.
Well, you know, at times, Vera, we talk to people in our community that do unique things, but you founded this program and really kind of started it from square one. And this year, you were telling me, you not only provided really some great service to the community by having a place for people to donate their extra stuff, other people to come in and find a bargain, but you gave back money to the community of Ellis as well.
We did. I'm really proud to say that after 7 years, we've become established. We've purchased the building that we're now housed in. We've made all the major renovations that need to be done to this downtown building. And this year just started a grant program, and just last month gave away over $14,000 to nonprofits in the Ellis community.
Well, that's exciting because when you look at getting started in a new project, how was the first year when you said, boy, I want to be a founder of this thrift shop? This is going to be a lot of fun. How was that first year?
Chaotic. We had nothing when we started. We just started taking donations. We didn't have shelving, we didn't have clothes hangers, we didn't have clothes racks. We just started from scratch, and so it's just incredible how what you need is provided for it. But it just grew to where now we're out of space. But it was chaotic.
My guess is you get a lot of stuff. What
do.
kind of stuff do you like the best when somebody says, I just can't, I really just don't have room for it in my closet or my garage? What shows up?
Oh, just everything. I mean, everything from blinds off of a window to the clothes to tools out of a garage to antiques to jewelry, everything and anything.
Is that like an adventure every day when you go back to see what showed up in your garage?
Sometimes when you get a big drop off, you go, oh, because you just got the last one cleaned up and you can take a breather. But on the other hand, it's like Christmas all over again, because you just don't know what's in those boxes that come.
And the people that give, what are they like? I mean, obviously you're getting rid of some things, but you get some really nice stuff as well as stuff that a lot of people would just consider junk.
Yeah, we do. We get very nice stuff.
And I know there's other thrift shops, but how does it compare to, say, like some of the national things like Goodwill? Your store compared with somebody walks into your store versus say a national chain like Goodwill, what will they see different?
We get people all the time coming in to the shop in Ellis that, and even travelers off of the interstate, so from other states that come through, and we repeatedly hear how clean and well organized our shop is. It's kind of set up like a secondhand department store. We have a kitchen area where just all of your kitchen things are. Kids area, book area. We have a retired couple that comes in and they organize the books. There's fiction, nonfiction. I mean, it's just as if you were going to a bookstore. And so that is the thing I think that makes us really unique.
And is it mostly clothes? You mentioned books and kitchen appliances. What all do you have?
No,
what's your mix of items?
We have just pretty much of a variety that any department store would have. We have probably, I would say 60% clothing maybe, and 40% of the housewares and miscellaneous items. Whereas a Goodwill has probably a much larger majority of clothing and less of the housewares items.
When you start putting all this together, did you ever expect to get as much stuff as you received?
No.
What do you do with
And it
all that
keeps
stuff
coming,
if
and it
somebody
keeps
doesn't
coming.
if somebody doesn't use or come in and repurchase it, which is how you make somebody donates their items, you clean it up, get it ready to go, put it on the shelf, and then sell it, and that money then goes back to not only support the thrift shop, but then support a bunch of other community things.
Right.
But what about the extra stuff?
Initially, for the first 5 or 6 years, we didn't know what to do with the excess. We were giving it to, we would give like old bedding to the Humane Society over here in Hayes. We would give wigs to cancer societies. We would give things away just to be able to not have to not throw it away. But within the last couple of years, we ran across Rohr's Recycling out of La Crosse, Wisconsin. And they pick up all of the items, household items and housewares and clothing that we can't use or that we can't sell. And they pick it up and they further send it on for disaster relief, or it goes on to recycling manufacturing centers. And they pay us so much a pound, they come and get it. And so it's just ideal that we don't have to throw hardly anything away. And last year alone, in the year 2013, they picked up 8.27 tons of stuff from the Ellis Community Thrift Shop.
That's a lot of stuff.
That's a lot of stuff.
That's a lot of stuff. Wow. And you know, when you talk about the thrift shop, it does so many good things in the community. You're going to be growing and expanding over into the Hayes market. We're going to take a break and come back and talk about what you're going to be doing in Hayes, how you're going to expand over here, really with the same mission in mind that you've had over in Ellis. Our guest is Vera Haver, and she is the founder of the Ellis Community Thrift Shop. Back with more after this.
Youthful body, tight tummy, smooth facial lines. Greystone Cosmetic and Reconstructive Surgery is here to help you achieve your goals and give yourself the new look you've always wanted. Greystone offers sophisticated surgical and non-surgical cosmetic procedures. With services now available locally, there's no need to wait any longer. Contact Greystone Cosmetic and Reconstructive Surgery at Hayes Medical Center today or online at greystonecosmetic.hayesmed.com.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
Welcome back to the second half of our forum program here on Eagle Community Television. We record this live every Monday afternoon out at our Dillon's location on Vine Street. If you haven't had a chance to come out and talk to our fun crew out here at our Dillon's location, be sure and stop by the next time you're buying apples, milk, or whatever you're doing at the Dillon store. Our program is brought to you by Hayes Med, and our guest today is Vera Haver, and she is the founder of the Ellis Community Thrift Shop. And we went to the break talking about your expansion in Hayes, but I'm going to stop that question for just a second. During our break, we were talking about things that you don't want to get at a thrift shop because you like explosives. You don't want explosives to show up in the back. That's not a good thing to have happen. But what else more practical and maybe not so funny? What other things should you have not show up at a thrift shop?
Kind of just, I think, obvious things. Mattresses. We wouldn't want to resell those or be able to resell those. Large appliances like stoves and refrigerators and washers and dryers, computers and printers, because we would just have so many of them we wouldn't know what to do with them. We couldn't sell those. So
what about old square TVs? Because it seems like that's another one that there's a lot of anymore, and no one wants them.
I guess we'll take a few of those, and when we have enough, we'll kind of just tell people not any right now, because we do sell them, but not a lot. So we would take a few, but then
if you need a good TV for your garage, your back room, it works pretty well for that sort of thing.
Yeah, or kids to play video games on. Sometimes they pick them up for that reason. Yeah.
Well, Vera, you're talking about expanding into the Hayes area. First, why is that, and where did that idea come from?
Well, there's a few gals that I was involved with in the Hayes area through the church that I attend, and we saw a need to support a mission overseas that we were very interested in. And the vision or concept, you know, just taking and duplicating what has been done in Ellis over to the Hayes area came about, and I shared it with a few of these gals, and it's just taken off from there.
Well, you're
So
calling it what?
This shop in Hayes will be called Bargain Hut. It'll be located at 125 East 8th. That's right down off of Main Street in Hayes.
A lot of room for
Yes,
Bargain
we have
Hut
a lot
thing?
of room. We have 2,000 more square feet than what we have over in the Ellis building. And we have a whole building that'll be used just for the drop-off and the sorting, and then another building that'll be used just for the retail part of it.
So more bargains, in other words.
Yes, lots more bargains.
Now, if somebody wants to find out more about this, and we'll talk about how your board works as well. The number is 625-4654. 621-4654 is the number that they can call and find out more. But you have volunteers that help with this. You have a couple staff members that get paid a little, but for the most part, it's mostly a volunteer
That's
effort.
the one in Ellis that we
Yeah.
have staff members that get paid. The one in Hayes is strictly volunteer
All
at
volunteer,
this point.
all volunteer
yes,
here.
Yes, we have to start it out volunteer.
And what
Yeah.
about boards? Who manages this? Because you mentioned you have a board in Ellis.
We have a board of directors over the Bargain Hut in Hayes, and the ministry is called the Live to Give Ministry. And that's the board of directors. That's the nonprofit over the Bargain Hut.
Well, that's interesting. And you're using the extra money here for missions then.
The money will go towards missions. And in fact, we have set up a program that we're going to be able to start giving back in the community of Hayes instantly once our doors open, in that we're setting up a voucher system with several organizations in Hayes who deal with individuals that come to them with a need instantly. And once those entities screen these individuals and find out that they indeed do need some assistance right away, they will give them a voucher in which that individual then can be brought to our store and immediately get what they need, like if it be clothing or a child need a backpack or shoes or whatever the case may be. If we have it in our store, they will receive that item immediately.
Boy, great idea for somebody that needs something right away without the money to do that,
Right.
to get them back on their feet or get them whatever they need in a short amount of time.
Right.
Okay, somebody has stuff in their garage, like me, and they want to bring it to your store in Ellis, or maybe the one here as it's getting started. What do they need to do? Do they just come by the garage, dump it off in the alley and run for it?
They can. Well, another thing that we're going to offer that is going to make us unique in Hayes is we're going to offer a pickup service. We haven't set a definite amount of time. Right now, we're just doing it kind of on a call by call basis. But we will come and pick up items. Like if you have a garage sale and you just completely don't want nothing from your garage sale and would like everything picked up and brought to the Bargain Hut, we will do that for you. Set it, if you set up and arrange that ahead of time.
And that's the number they would call that
That's the number you call.
621-4654 number?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so a great number. We'll have that on the screen for you as well. There are a couple other community-based thrift shops in town. Is that going to affect those at all? What do you think?
I think if you go back to what I said about 8.27 tons being picked up in Ellis in 1 year's time.
That was all extra stuff.
That was all extra stuff. The population in Ellis is a little under 2,000 and the population in Hayes is 20,000. I would think that Hayes would have enough stuff. People have enough stuff that they're willing to give away that you could probably support 5 or 6 thrift shops in the community and it wouldn't hurt all of them could thrive.
Well, I appreciate the time you put into doing this because it's not easy. It's not easy getting this stuff and making this happen and getting the people together to make it work. And your vision, did you ever think 7 years ago when you started it that
No.
this would be going on and as successful as it's been?
No, in fact, my husband told me a few years ago that if I ever thought about starting another business, he would not be with me. And he is with me, and he is here making improvements to the building and helping us out, just as he did in Ellis.
When do you plan to open?
We're opening April 1st.
April 1st, you'll
Yes.
get started, and so that'll be just after this program is running. So people who have the chance to hear this program will be able to stop by at that point
Yep.
and see and drop things off and get things started.
We're accepting donations now.
Okay.
Our store hours are Monday through Friday from 10 in the morning until 6 in the evening, and we'll accept donations all during that time.
And what about the store in Ellis? What are the hours there? Same as well?
No, the Ellis is different. Ellis is 10 to 4 on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. 10 to 8 on Thursday and 10 to 2 on Saturday, and we're closed on Mondays.
All right, very good. And you're on Facebook too, I understand. You have a Facebook
Yes.
site. What's that?
Just log on to Bargain Hut and click like, and
Away you
we'll be
go.
our friend forever.
Oh, all right, way to go. Vera Haver has been our guest. She is the founder of the Ellis Community Thrift Shop, soon to be expanding into the Bargain Hut down on Main Street, now off Main Street on 8th Street in Hayes, correct? What was the address there?
125 East 8th.
East 8th, okay, on Hayes. So thanks for watching the ECTV, the Eagle Community Forum, brought to you by Hayes Med and by Eagle Communication, our community connected.
Youthful body, tight tummy, smooth facial lines. Greystone Cosmetic and Reconstructive Surgery is here to help you achieve your goals and give yourself the new look you've always wanted. Greystone offers sophisticated surgical and non-surgical cosmetic procedures. With services now available locally, there's no need to wait any longer. Contact Greystone Cosmetic and Reconstructive Surgery at Hayes Medical Center today or online at greystonecosmetic.hayesmed.com.